Why you should think twice before using Benadryl. Experts weigh in. The common allergy medication diphenhydramine, better known by many as Benadryl, is under scrutiny, and experts are raising serious concerns about its safety profile overshadowing its benefits. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite being a household staple for decades, this drug's drawbacks might actually make it a riskier choice than many realize, especially when safer options exist. Dr. Anna Wolfson, an allergist at Massachusetts General Hospital, explains that she frequently encounters situations where diphenhydramine is misused, particularly during allergic reactions. When someone experiences an allergic reaction to food, people often reach for diphenhydramine in their purse or medicine cabinet, believing it's the go-to remedy, she says. But the truth is, epinephrine should be the immediate treatment for food allergies, not diphenhydramine. The danger lies in diphenhydramine's side effects, notably its tendency to cause drowsiness. This sedation can dull a person's ability to detect worsening symptoms of an allergic reaction, potentially delaying critical medical intervention. Wolfson cautions that the time has come to reconsider this medication's role. For virtually every symptom diphenhydramine tries to treat, there are newer, more effective drugs available that come with fewer side effects, she notes. She highlights cases where diphenhydramine impaired patients' alertness, affecting activities like driving or handling daily responsibilities. Wolfson's viewpoint resonates with other allergy experts. A group from Johns Hopkins University and the University of California, San Diego, published a comprehensive review in February, advocating for diphenhydramine's removal from both over-the-counter and prescription availability in the U.S. They argue that the medication is outdated, poses significant dangers, and has been eclipsed by safer, modern antihistamines. First approved in 1946, diphenhydramine is a first-generation antihistamine frequently used for allergies, insomnia, and cold symptoms. Its popularity spikes during summer months, when people commonly treat insect bite itching, poison ivy reactions, or seasonal allergies, such as pollen-related sneezing and runny noses, according to the American Pharmacists Association. Nonetheless, this long-standing comfort medicine carries disproportionate risks, which are especially serious for children and the elderly, the review warns. Dr. James Clark, who led the review and specializes in otolaryngology at Johns Hopkins, advises patients to explore newer antihistamines like loratadine, Claritin, cetirizine, Zyrtec, or fexofenadine, Allegra. These alternatives tend to relieve allergy symptoms effectively without the sedative side effects that come with diphenhydramine. Representatives from the Consumer Healthcare Products Association, representing manufacturers of over-the-counter medicines, including Benadryl, emphasize that side effects are clearly listed on product labels. They stress that diphenhydramine-containing products are intended only for short-term use and, when used correctly, provide well-known benefits for conditions such as allergies, colds, motion sickness, minor skin irritations, and temporary sleeplessness. They urge consumers to adhere strictly to usage guidelines and consult healthcare professionals with any questions. How does diphenhydramine work, and why does it pose such risks? It blocks H1 histamine receptors, which are responsible for allergic reactions like sneezing, itching, and nasal congestion. However, unlike newer antihistamines that target these receptors more selectively, diphenhydramine also crosses into parts of the brain, causing sedation, cognitive slowing, and in some cases, risky heart issues. For older adults, the drug can linger in the system for up to 18 hours, resulting in prolonged drowsiness, confusion, and increased fall risk. More alarmingly, some research has linked extended diphenhydramine use to a heightened chance of developing dementia. Children face even higher dangers. The review highlights risks such as accidental overdoses, paradoxical reactions, including agitation, intense sedation, or even coma, and tragically, fatalities linked to pediatric formulations and accidental ingestion. A notable recent example is the deadly Benadryl challenge viral trend on TikTok, which led to several hospitalizations and deaths. Dr. Manuela Murray, a pediatric urgent care director in Texas, stresses caution. Diphenhydramine should never be taken lightly. It must be used only under medical supervision and mainly for allergies or motion sickness. She points out that the drug does not effectively treat cold symptoms and is unsafe as a sleep aid for children, contrary to popular belief. In fact, instead of calming kids, it can sometimes cause hyperactivity. Pediatrician Dr. Alyssa Kubin echoes this concern, observing that diphenhydramine is often misapplied for conditions like colds or upper respiratory infections, without providing real relief, and poses safety issues. She recommends cetirizine as a safer, longer-lasting alternative for managing children's hives, seasonal allergies, or itchy rashes. Experts agree that antihistamines such as loratadine and cetirizine are better choices for children older than 6 months, while saline drops and gentle suctioning are safest for infants experiencing nasal congestion. Despite being found in more than 300 OTC products, often within combination remedies for colds, coughs, and flu, the review authors suggest placing diphenhydramine behind the pharmacy counter. This change would require pharmacist guidance for its use and encourage switching to newer, safer medications. The American Pharmacists Association supports this idea, advising patients to be cautious with over-the-counter products containing diphenhydramine, and advocates for consultations with pharmacists to find symptom relief with minimal side effects. Crucially, the review underscores that there is little evidence demonstrating that diphenhydramine outperforms newer antihistamines. While it can mitigate sneezing and itching, it does little for nasal congestion and fails to surpass second-generation drugs in rigorously controlled studies. Modern options like oral cetirizine provide full-day symptom control with fewer adverse effects. Still, in the U.S., diphenhydramine prescriptions exceed 1.5 million annually, excluding the vast number bought over the counter. The authors sum it up bluntly. This drug has historically aided millions, but is now outpaced by second-generation antihistamines, with significantly fewer side effects. It's time to bid a final farewell to diphenhydramine as it represents a public health hazard. So what do you think? Is it time for us to retire this old antihistamine? Or does its familiarity and accessibility still earn it a place in our medicine cabinets? Share your views and experiences. Do you agree with these experts or feel that diphenhydramine still has a role to play? Let's start the conversation below.